This is a local story in Rome, Georgia. There I'm up there on the radio, and this is just a story that all of us get to hear on a regular basis in the United States these days. Here's the headline from WSB TV. Mother of 3 killed, 1-year-old daughter critically injured after head-on DUI crash in Floyd County. 2 people are dead, and a suspected DUI driver is behind bars following a head-on crash earlier this month. According to Rome police, Omar Garcia was spotted driving a black Dodge Charger that turned right from Lavender Drive onto Shorter Avenue. Officials said Garcia was speeding, which prompted a chase. Rome Police Department learned that the Charger was a red-eye edition, which is equipped with a supercharger and generates 797 horsepower. The Charger vanished, and police called off the chase and issued a lookout to all nearby officers. Moments later, another officer traveling south on Riverside Parkway spotted the Charger at a distance, still speeding eastbound on Turner McCall Boulevard. Once the officer activated their lights and tried to follow the Charger, the officer arrived at the scene of a severe head-on crash involving the Charger and a Honda Accord. The wreck resulted in the death of Kadrian LaMiracle Harris, 23, and Malik Crystal Henderson, 23. According to a GoFundMe, Harris was the mother of 3 children. Her 1-year-old daughter was critically injured. Kendra Moten, the organizer of the GoFundMe, identified herself as Harris's big sister, and the 1-year-old is Riley Harris. Passengers in the Charger sustained minor injuries and were hospitalized. The Floyd County Sheriff's Office said Garcia was traveling 80 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour speed zone. Garcia was arrested and charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide, 1 count of serious injury by vehicle, DUI, driving without a license, fleeing, attempting to elude, reckless driving, and driving too fast for conditions. He was booked into the Floyd County Jail. Additionally, the Floyd County Sheriff's Office says Omar Garcia has a hold through the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, ICE. There you go. Another one. Another person here who ICE was looking for, who probably shouldn't have been here, that got in through the Biden-Harris administration policies. I want to play you this. This is Bill Malugin on Fox News. Did you know how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris now say that the number of border crossings of illegal aliens has gone down? The number of border crossings of illegal aliens has gone down. You know how they did it? Listen.
Record high illegal crossings down at the southern border have obviously been a huge political headache for the Biden administration. So at the start of 2023, they created 2 new programs to allow migrants to come into the U.S. legally, bypassing Border Patrol entirely. And according to new CBP data, those Biden programs have now allowed more than 1.3 million migrants to come into the U.S. So take a look at this. According to that CBP data, about 530,000 migrants have now flown into the U.S. as part of the Biden administration's controversial mass parole program for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. It's called the CHNV program. Now, more than 200,000 of them have been Haitians coming in, and at least 2 of those Haitians were arrested for sexually assaulting children this year. Take a look. Earlier this month, Haitian national Akeem Mark Desire was arrested for allegedly molesting a 10-year-old boy in Massachusetts. He first flew into the U.S. as part of the CHNV parole program in June of 2023. Then back in March, another Haitian national, Corey Alvarez, was arrested for aggravated child rape. That's after prosecutors say he raped a girl in a migrant hotel outside of Boston. He also flew into the U.S. as part of the CHNV parole program back in June of 2023. Now, there's a second program. According to CBP data, since January 2023, more than 800,000 migrants have now been allowed into the U.S. via the Biden administration's use of the controversial CBP One cell phone app. That allows migrants to book appointments at ports of entry to be released into the U.S. That includes nearly 45,000 migrants last month alone, an average of nearly 1,500 migrants coming in every single day. And this year, Kenal Baptiste, a Haitian national who came into the U.S. in In July 2023, via that cell phone app, was arrested in New York and charged with a double murder.
They've reduced the number of illegal aliens coming into the country by creating programs that allow them to come in the country and designate them as allowed to be here. They've essentially cooked the books, which is what they've been doing on the economy. It's what they've been doing on crime. It's what they've been doing on illegal immigration. This is one of the very important points to be made. You know how, for example, they tried to fact check Donald Trump at the debate to say that actually crime is down in the country. Two things. One, the FBI changed how it collects crime data. And many of the major cities in the country stopped reporting their crime data to the FBI. Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Baltimore, New Orleans, St. Louis, New York, among others, stopped reporting their crime data to the FBI. So you can't say, looking at the FBI data, that crime is down because major cities that are hotbeds of crime stopped reporting to it. Second, the other issue is a lot of people have stopped reporting a number of crimes. For example, shoplifting crimes are down, theft crimes are down, but that's not actually true. It's that people have stopped reporting those crimes in a number of areas of this country because they know it's not going to get enforced. So why bother? They cook the books and tell you that you got to believe the data. The data overstated employment in this country by 1 million people, and every month they've been revising it down. And now the Biden administration has been telling us the number of illegal aliens coming into this country is down. And as Bill Malugin at Fox News has discovered, one of the things they did is they created new programs so that illegal aliens can come into this country, bypass the border system, and they can be considered allowed to be here. They're not legal residents. They're allowed to be here pending processing, and more than one of them has committed a crime. And now we have 2 women in Rome, Georgia, dead because of someone who came here due to the Biden-Harris administration policies of an open border. We have multiple young women in the United States murdered because of it. We have young men murdered because of it. We have people killed in driving incidents because of it. You can tell me all you want that actually illegal aliens are less likely to commit crime than people who are legally allowed to be here and American citizens. And that's all well and good, except all of these people killed by illegal aliens would be alive, not because of legal citizens killing them, but because of the illegal aliens. You can tell me I'm not supposed to use the word illegal alien, that that's racist, but all you're trying to do is to distract from the fact that the Biden-Harris administration has decided to play word games and cook books instead of dealing with the problem. What is infuriating to me as well is how the Republicans are not every single day talking about this issue. Why talk about illegal aliens taking the lives of Americans on a near daily basis in this country when you can tweet about your hatred of Taylor Swift? There are very real problems. Much of the American press corps and the Democratic Party would prefer you not pay attention to the problems. In fact, many of them would prefer to cook the books to make it look like the problem's not there, even though you and I and everyone else knows the problem is there. But also one of the problems is the Republicans just keep getting distracted, or at least certain Republicans keep getting distracted and not talking about the issue that really matters. Americans are getting killed by illegal aliens who have been allowed into this country by the Biden-Harris administration. And you know what the pushback is from the Biden-Harris administration and the media is that, well, it would be unconscionable to do a mass roundup of all of these illegal aliens and deport them. How dare we try to deport the people who aren't supposed to be here? It's their Calvin ball. They keep moving the goalposts on us. They say, well, yes, we agree with you that we have too many illegal aliens in the country, so let's deport them. No, we can't deport them. That would be cruel and unusual punishment to people who aren't even supposed to be here. They just keep moving the goalposts. They keep rewriting the rules. The fact of the matter is, this is an issue that the Republicans actually should be talking about on a regular basis. And at the senior levels, they seem to get easily distracted by other things. You don't have to talk about dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio, being stolen and cooked. You can talk about Kadrian Harris and Malik Henderson killed by Omar Garcia. You can talk about Laken Riley murdered in Athens, Georgia. You can talk about all the other Americans whose lives have been cut short because of the open border policies of the Biden-Harris administration. You can talk about the economic fallout. You can talk about the gangs coming into the country. You don't have to make stuff up to try to get the media to pay attention to it. You can repeat on a daily basis the things that are real, that are outrageous, that should outrage Americans on a daily basis. But Republicans, too clever by half, have decided they'd rather invent clever lies that are salacious to get the media to pay attention than to actually on a daily basis mention the names of the dead Americans killed by illegal aliens, which in my mind would be a much more powerful way to convey the same story, the fallout and consequences of the open border policies of the Biden-Harris administration, which is now creating programs so that they can avoid counting people as illegal aliens and claim instead they're allowed to be here, so we shouldn't hold the data against them. They're cooking the books to hide the fallout of their policies, and Republicans regularly should be calling them out. Yet again, more Americans have been killed by illegal aliens. And for those of you who yet again want to say, but, Americans are more violent and commit more crimes, maybe so, but these people would be alive except for the illegal aliens, not the Americans.